want to say, from last year?
I'm not exactly sure what the record is.
Although I think someone got 80. At least this week was a good week to shit the bed. Because, I mean, I wasn't going to win anyway, so whatever.
You don't think so?
No. Wait, him getting 71 points?
Yeah. Joe put up 70 this week. 71.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, Joe.
Dude.
Real happy for you, man.
He had Ederson. He picked up Mendy. And Mendy got so lucky that he started. Like, okay, he was injured, but he is not the starter. Joe just got lucky he started, in my opinion. And then he had Robertson, Reguilon, Klein, and Lamptey, who 3 of his 5 of the back line got 6 points. So, no, and his keeper. So, already there, you have 6, 6, 6, 6. So, what's that, 24? Already, that's a solid week in just your 4 of your back
It's
line.
the mark of the beast, dude.
Then Klein
Joe sold his soul to win this league.
And then Klein got an assist, but he didn't have a clean sheet, so he got 5. And Lamptey conceded 2 goals.
666.
And then De Bruyne, his first good game in weeks. After I'm talking mad shit about him,
Season. He's already had a game week, King, hasn't he?
It was probably the first week because that's the only other time he had 13 the first week. And then he had 10 last week, but 2 assists against the Burnley side. That's very poor. But yeah, so De Bruyne, he got 14 points against, who was it? Fulham. So yeah, okay. De Bruyne has turned up against the 2 worst teams in the league so far this year. 2 of the worst teams. Then he had Zaha, who got 2 goals and an assist, like out of nowhere. After I'm talking mad crap about him too. And then he had Walcott and Bowen. And Bowen really should have had more than just the 2 points that he got because he was all over United in the first half of that game. And then Werner got an assist against Leeds. So no matter what, even if I had a good week and had 50 points, I would have lost. With that being said, though, I only had 23. And basically everyone on my team just got the points for being a part of the team. And then Telles got an assist. And Madison got an assist, but he got a yellow card. So they're the only 2 players that had above 2. And Nick Pope had 5 saves, so he got 3 points. But yeah, other than that,
I rate Nick Pope.
I mean, he was tied for. I think he wasn't tied. He was like up there near the end of the season. Yeah, for most clean sheets last year. So,
well, I played Victor, and what everybody thought was a sure loss for me. And I was talking to Brian earlier. I'm damn near positive I've got a higher power looking out and doing big things for me. 4th week in a row, I've had a pickup score. Two center backs, scored. This week I had Matip scored, got a clean sheet. Just putting in the hard work. And then Vestergaard got a goal, didn't get a clean sheet. But the thing about Vestergaard is, if Southampton don't get this is like one of his stats so far. If Southampton don't get a clean sheet, there's a 50% chance he scores.
Did you go back and look that up?
It's right. I'm looking at it right here. It's not hard math. Every time they don't get a clean sheet, he's got a goal 50% of the time.
That's incredible.
It's awesome. And then Dyer, Spurs has been on a roll lately. He's got, Jesus Christ, 4 clean sheets in a row, dude. That smells like Mourinho. I like that a lot. I'm keeping Dyer. Taylor didn't do me any favors because Burnley got.
Dude, I had Dyer as well.
Or tied to Everton. Yeah, I'm really happy I had him.
I dropped Dyer when United played them, and he only got 2 points. And then since then, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean sheets out of 7. So
yeah, hell of a defender. And then I've got Fernandez. He got an assist this weekend. Trossard got subbed in because Graham Potter he hates. He doesn't like him. At all.
And then you had fucking matchup.
Jack Harrison didn't do anything. Ben Rama got subbed in. De Cordova, Reed, and Grant didn't score. Surprise, surprise. If y'all were waiting to see what they do. Nothing. And then John Stone was my keeper. And, God, dude, Crystal Palace and West Brom. Wild game.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, I played Victor, and it was close, dude. It was close. And I'm... These games in recent weeks are too close for my comfort. I won by 2, and then now 3.
Yeah.
Not liking it. Not liking it. It's really uncomfortable. Like, it's down to Monday, and I'm at work, every day. And I don't need that kind of stress at work. But he had solid score. He had a goal and an assist and a clean sheet and a 3-point bonus. A solid went off for him. Bellerin played. Got beat by Spurs. Ogbonna, Semedo got -2. What happened with... own goal. Yeah, that hurts. Zuma's got 4 goals, man. What do you have to say about that?
He's just so lucky, man. Like, how... No one wanted him at the beginning of the season because everyone was like, Chelsea's defense is going to be awful. Yeah. And then all of a sudden... And it hasn't been great. Like, it really hasn't. How many clean sheets does he have? 5 out of 11. So, I mean, it's less than 50%, which, okay. But then he's got 4 goals.
Like, but what's the standard? Like, who has the most clean sheets, though? I mean, like, compared to that, I'm sure...
Spurs.
With how many?
Well, Dyer had just had 6 in a row, right? And then he had, 1 before that.
Yeah, maybe. So, 1 less off the leader isn't awful.
Yeah. Just the fact that he got freaking 4 goals so far after most of us talking mad shit about him.
Dude, Benteke had 2 goals. First game all season.
Yeah.
Palace.
And then, I mean, if you didn't have Matip score a goal...
Or Vestergaard.
Yeah, that's true. One of those two didn't score. You definitely lost.
And I said in the group message, 3 minutes before Vestergaard scores, everybody was already like, I'll quote, "Hail Victor," somebody said.
Joe said that.
Oh, Joe said that? Hail Victor. And then 3 minutes later, Vestergaard scores right before half. And I said, this game isn't over, I'm feeling lucky. And then, boom, Norwegian Thunder God heads it in. Oh, man.
And then the rest of the fixtures, I believe, Palmer and KG tied 50-50. If they played anyone else other than Joe, they win. That's crazy.
That is insane.
Juan lost to Joseph, I believe. Joseph lost his name again because he said that COVID isn't real.
James beat Hung in...
Yes, James beat
Hung 35-20.
Yeah, 35-20, and then that's it.
Why'd you have 23 points?
Because literally no one on my team did anything. All my backline conceded, and I had Martial and Cavani both start and come off injured. Abraham didn't score because he came on for 11 minutes, and then Bale didn't play. Doherty didn't play, Barnes didn't play. So obviously me picking up Bale in the end didn't really help out at all. He hasn't played 1, 2, 3 matches. And they've all been Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal. So I wonder, is Mourinho protecting him or what? And this is, I said before Spurs went into this run of City, Chelsea, and Arsenal, and let me look up who they have next, that if they can get through that with at least 15 points, then they'll probably win the league, and they've already got 15 points. So their next match is Crystal Palace. Well, wait. 15 points out of those 4. So City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Palace. And then after that, they now have Liverpool, Leicester, and Wolves. So if they can get, let's say, another 15 out of that, I think they win. Because, I mean, that's absurd. And it's been, they drew with Chelsea, so they only got, 3, 6, 7? Yeah, so, I mean, they're doing all right. They're doing kind of what I predicted, actually. But
which team?
Spurs. I mean, they had this is their schedule since November is Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Leicester, and Wolves. That is hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So of those 6 games, I'm not going to count Crystal Palace against Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Leicester, and Wolves. Say if they got 15 points out of them, which right now they're definitely on track for that.
They'll blow Leicester out of the water. Leicester's bad this year.
Leicester they've looked great at some points, and then they've looked so. It's basically like every team other than Spurs have been like that this year. Spurs have never looked terrible. They just looked like average, and then they have Son and Kane.
There's been teams that have been struck with injury, like your Liverpools, and then there have been teams who are just bad, like Arsenal. But I'm not trying to be funny. That's completely true, and we're right there in the middle of it.
Yeah,
but
we can look so good sometimes, and then we're like absolute dog shit.
Yeah,
it's like it literally.
But we have nothing to blame. We can't blame a Virgil van Dijk being out, or we can't blame our no creation in the midfield without no Özil. We have everything that we need to win games, so it's completely different. I mean, like if Arsenal had an Özil and then another target like an Aouar, this would be a completely different season for them. Yeah, completely different.
But when they
Mourinho
got in Partey,
walked into a team that already had 2 first teams that were good and ready to go with a brand new facility, a brand new stadium.
Yeah.
He walked into the perfect scenario to take the league by storm. For a few years, I think Spurs might be top contenders. They have mad depth.
Yeah, Son and Kane.
Mourinho found a place where he can do his thing.
The top 2 players are Son and Kane, and Son is the first player this season to get to 100 points, and Kane is at 98, and that's 11 games in. It took I think Salah 15 games last year to get to 100 to be the first player. Something like that.
No.
I think so.
Dude had a hat trick against Norwich first game.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't go back to that. But to almost have, what is it? To almost have 10 points a game on average for Son.
Yeah.
That is insanity. And then Salah is 3rd with 87 points. Fernandez is 4th with 80. And then Calvert-Lewin is 5th with 78. And then of the available players, Jimenez obviously is the top pick that you'd want, but he's probably not going to play again this season. Then there's Masuaku, who's been doing solid for West Ham. The problem with West Ham is they let in about 4 goals within a 5-minute span, and then they're either fighting back the rest of the game or they're winning, and then they just fall asleep for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like Spurs I think scored on them in the first 20 minutes, and then they came all the way back and
Spurs scored on us in the first 10. I see what you mean.
But I'm talking about just West Ham in general. Like that's what they do. Like United within 15 minutes they were 3-1 up then after West Ham. So that's the one problem with picking up Masuaku.
You're saying when the levy breaks, it breaks. Like if one goal goes in, 3 more are going to go into. Yeah,
they just fall asleep. That's
but
just
they
West
also
Ham.
want clean sheets too. So I guess whenever they do get scored on, they're just like, fuck it, we lost this, and then just
just kind of go for it.
Because it's either they get scored on 4 times or none at all, which is just an odd occurrence.
Actually, how many clean sheets do they have?
Got 5 or 6.
They have 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And every game that they have a clean sheet is only been against Wolves and Leicester. They popped off in those 2 games. They had 4 goals and 7 goals. Or 4 goals and 3 goals to make it 7 in those 2 games. Then you have Armstrong on Southampton, who is okay. Then you have Soufal, I think is how you pronounce it, for West Ham again. Another wingback. He's probably all right. Prayet is starting for Leicester recently, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. He played 45 against Fulham, and he played 1 minute against Sheffield, so he is not starting recently. Other than that, you've got Eze, who is an attacking player. He's considered midfielder. He's probably maybe a good pickup, depending on who Crystal Palace are playing.
He's like a diet Zaha.
A diet saw.
He's like, yeah, I mean the way they play, like, or
Yeah.
he moves kind of like the same